Fatima needs to run, and I mean now, and I mean fast, because Zachary Taylor will never be a safe ground for you to build a life on. What's good, y'all? Sugar Sis Erica Vane coming to you right here on Erica Vane TV with another Zatima video. And in this one, I'm breaking down season 3, episode number 8. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button and turn on your bell notifications so you don't miss out on any of my Zatima content and conversations. I don't even understand what I just watched. While there was plenty happening, I am still processing the ridiculousness that is Zachary Taylor kicking in Belinda's door, tearing up her house, and almost getting his muffin cap peeled back blue by his junky ass brother because he thinks he's the goddamn Hulk and is completely invincible. But last time I checked, fists don't stop bullets. Y'all, I'm gonna go to my notes. I'm gonna go to my notes and then I'm gonna take it from there. I really appreciated Mr. Tyrone in this episode, and I thought that this is some of the best writing I have seen in the series in quite a long time. The dialogue that was given to Mr. Tyrone, it was funny, but it was also wise. It was nurturing, but also like, nigga, get your shit together. And I really, really appreciated it. And this is great coming off the heels of me being very, very critical of all the supporting characters in my last episode breakdown. For Mr. Tyrone to provide this context, this clarity, this wisdom, and it's honestly presented to Zach like the red pill and the blue pill, and he gets to choose what to take. But Mr. Tyrone isn't moved either way. Like, he would like Zach to choose and do the right thing, but he's not moved either way. And I would appreciate it if more of the supporting characters were like that, I guess, versus needing so desperately for Zach to like them and needing so desperately for Zach to forgive them and needing so desperately for Zach. Because watching people apologize to Zach incessantly in these last few episodes has been infuriating the hell out of me, because I have literally cataloged various moments when Zach has done some fucked up stuff to people, and then you couldn't waterboard a genuine apology out of him. Meanwhile, now he's walking around the streets of Atlanta expecting everybody to bow down to his ass because, oh, we told a lie to protect you from yourself. We told a lie so that you didn't go kill your crackhead ass brother. And that's the worst thing that possibly could happen. Meanwhile, you was a hobosexual not too long ago running around burning bitches. And you barely had any type of actual real apology that wasn't deep-seated in you and your narcissism. Zach and his pedestalization of himself and this godlike mentality that he has is disgusting to see. But what I will say before I get further into the negative critique, I would say, is that I do appreciate pretty much everybody's performances. While I'm not necessarily jiving with all of the dialogue, this is one of the better episodes for sure. I think that everybody is bringing it in reference to making the words, or the words on the page that they were given, have life and meaning and color. So like, nods to that. Nods to the actor who plays Jeremiah, because he is giving cracked out. Yeah, I fear. Poor little Tink Tink. Even Belinda with her little shady ass, like, the actress who plays her does so in a very convincing way. Like, I rock with these performances. I don't necessarily rock with the writing, but I rock with these performances. Back to Mr. Tyrone and Zach. I thought that the dialogue that he was able to pull out of Zach was funny. Again, it was witty. But it was also wise, and it really laid out the options that Zach has. And of course, he's going to choose the wrong one because he tends to make those type of choices. Now, what I'm going to be looking for and coming out of this, or like going into the mid-season hiatus, is like, is Zach going to do all of these things and then finally realize that he cannot do these things? Because that's the thing that I'm struggling with the most in all of the time that we have seen Zach, whether it's in 8 seasons of Sisters or now 3 seasons of Zatima. He still moves in a way where his mistakes are always forgivable. His mistakes can never be brought up again. His mistakes, he don't like being held over his head, but he's going to hold everybody else to the fire if they make a mistake or any type of misstep. And that is just not fair. I love that he spoke to the fact of like, yo, you go beat your crackhead ass brother up and he high and you kill him, you're going to jail for murder. Because I didn't even think about that. I knew he was going to jail for assault and it could be his third strike. But yes, you could actually kill him. And then what? Because you claim that you want to kill him so bad. Like, let's be for real, Zachary Taylor. And yes, Jeremiah has a problem. You're right. Jeremiah should not be excused because he has a problem. There's nuance that needs to take place here. You was at the damn therapy office with your mama and your brother. You know what they're actually going through. And again, like, nobody's going to convince me that Zach is this leader, this man that he claims to be, while also not even being able to consider making a different choice, let alone taking the action to choose better. I'm not even saying he needs to choose better. He has shown no growth because he's not even thinking about choosing better. He immediately goes to his default, his natural, his comfort in anger, his comfort in violence, his comfort in breaking and it was just so jarring to watch. But I'm jumping ahead of myself. When he said to Mr. Tyrone he can't be out here looking weak and that he's doing this for Fatima, no, you're not. You're doing this for you, and you're doing this for your ego, which just further confirms how much of a man you are not actually that you are a man. You can't be out here looking weak. What about this makes you look weak? The weak thing to do is be running around Atlanta throwing this goofy ass temper tantrum with all the people that he loves chasing behind him trying to catch up. The weak thing to do is going into somebody's house, regardless of how messy and trifling they are, and tearing their shit up. The weak thing to do is to look your fiance, your pregnant fiance, might I add, in the face and basically spit in it and disrespect her because you didn't appreciate her lying to you for your good. The strong thing to do is to find some type of humility, find some type of empathy, find some type of grace, and go and have a conversation, creating additional boundaries with your brother. The strong thing to do would be finding a rehab to drop his ass off in. The strong thing to do would be to go and have a conversation with your future wife about how she cannot gaslight you, and y'all need to stick to the things that you promise each other, specifically not lying to one another. The strong thing to do would be able to have that conversation and then allow space for said future wife to tell you how she did not feel safe enough to tell you the truth. So she did not lie with malicious intents, but she lied with the greatest intent to try to protect you from your damn self because you scare her and everybody else around. That's the strong thing to do, Zachary Taylor. You, at every turn, choose the weak man-minded approach for everything. It's like literally your command C. You paste on the weak nigga approach to every possible scenario. And I'm getting sick of it. And I'm waiting for Fatima ass to get sick of it. And before Mr. Tyrone sent them on his way, he said, you out here doing it for Fatima, but when you go to jail, you're going to be doing it for Timothy. When I tell you I hollered... Lil Timmy gonna make you yeah. Shout out to Mr. Tyrone. He's giving MVP of the episode. I ain't even gonna hold you. Now, going back to my note that I made earlier, I literally wrote down, everyone has to apologize earnestly to Zach. And this is to the point of like when we see Tony catch Zach outside of the barbershop. Everybody gotta apologize earnestly to Zach, but he don't ever have to apologize earnestly to anybody else. And I just really want to reiterate that because this is like one of the very many annoying things about the Zachary Taylor character. Now, going over to Zach's duplex, because while all this is shaking out and Zach is running through the streets, he's getting a little bit of advice from Mr. Tyrone and then not taking it. Belinda's ass calls him once they get Jeremiah settled because she wants to keep the mess going. So also, girl, he shouldn't have broke up all your but you also brought the shit on yourself. I ain't even gonna hold you. But over at the damn duplex, Bryce is still over there with Preston, and he talking about, I took a stupid leap of faith. You didn't take no stupid leap of faith, sir. You embezzled money and redirected funds that you didn't have no goddamn real clearance to actually do. That's not a leap of faith, Bryce. That's stealing. We call it theft, sir. Let's be for real at some point. Then you looking over at Preston talking about something, you impress me because you are not what you look to be. What the hell is that supposed to mean? And basically called Preston stupid, talking about some, he don't look dumb, or does he have a problem with people looking at him thinking that he dumb? He like, I don't think that people think that I'm dumb. I think that people think that I'm country. What about Preston Gibbs dumb? Nothing about it. He looks damn good in this black ass t-shirt. I tell you that. This big ass souped up ass pickup truck. Like, y'all are trying to play into the old country bumpkin, old white ass Preston, but Preston very much so gives wigger, okay? And I know that the actor is actually black, but in this, he gives swag, he gives style, he gives like, I get bitches. Like, stop, Bryce. He don't look dumb, he don't look poor, he don't even look as country as y'all say, because when we first met him, that's when he was wearing cowboy hats and flannels and shit. That's when he was actually in his actual country bag. Right now, he's giving very much so, I will take your hoe. Bryce, again, why are you here? Didn't I tell you to go take a nap last episode? Trying to get Preston to go down to the office and sign the paperwork without Zachary Taylor. At this point, Bryce, you don't need to say a goddamn word. Just ride the wave, sir. Now, going to Belinda, because we back at her house. When Fatima gets there, she talk about, you won't ever forgive me? Why in the hell would she ever forgive you? And the chances where you could show up for her and support her in the decisions that she's making within her relationship, you're actively choosing against it, actively choosing to put Zach in a position to be his worst self. Like calling him and telling him that Jeremiah is there. And then lying about it to them when they tried to figure out if he knew by way of you. But then she's supposed to forgive you. You cannot forgive somebody who is constantly still doing things that need to be forgiven as well. That's not how this works. Forgiveness comes when you're actually remorseful and there's changed behavior, Belinda. You need your ass whooped. And yes, thank God that Zach don't beat women. But Angela, what them hands do? Because you could slap this hoe. You quite literally could slap this hoe. What I did struggle with was Fatima coming over to Belinda's house also she could tell Jeremiah to stay there. Why did you need to go there for that? You wake him up out of his sleep, bring him down and say, Zach is looking for you. He's concerned. You know what he gonna do when he find you? Okay, well, I need you to stay here. Stay out the streets. Stay here. He already here, heifer. Only for Zach to come and turn the whole goddamn thing up. And if I had to hear we locked in for life one more time, I might get the fighting and breaking shit. I really am just, when Zach arrived there and he kicked the door in, I gasped and I jumped. I'm not even gonna hold you. I was not expecting that, but I should have, knowing the damn live wire, the bomb that is Zachary Taylor. I personally don't know if he can come back from this, y'all. I don't know if, this was a lot. Even though it's Belinda's house and I don't give a good goddamn about that girl or respecting her, this was a lot. This is entirely too much to deal with for a person who cannot even see themselves and see where they are wrong, see the part that they contribute to all of the mess, all of the confusion. And then you proceed to tear this girl stuff up because you feel like breaking because you haven't dealt with your own emotions. Like, this is all too much. And I am just waiting for Fatima to get it. Now, the whole tuck and roll at the very end, because while Jeremiah might be high, he know he ain't ready to die. And he was trying to put 3 up in Zach's ass when he came to try to put them paws on him. And next thing we know, Zach jumping down the damn stairs trying to protect Fatima's ass because shots ring out. Yeah, weak McGreek. Weak man eliciting additional weak man responses. Running up in here like a goddamn Neanderthal. Now look. Y'all let me know y'all's thoughts. I'm so frustrated, but also the episode was way more engaging than many of the episodes that we have seen this season. I am still just processing, so most of this was just me verbally processing as I could while sharing with y'all what actually happened. Again, let's have a conversation in the comment section because, child, Zachary Taylor, I fear, might not never make it off my shit list.